Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we spent a lot of time with Igus as she's continued to experience various human emotions and feelings, especially after a conversation with that cat owner's relative, Kiyoshi. We also completed Mitsuru socialing in the process as well. So we're getting pretty close to finishing up our socialing business. We just gotta handle a little bit more before January 31st does arrive. Speaking of which, today we're gonna continue with that socialing stuff after I speak with Koromaru. And he's pretty content about his food for tonight. Didn't think you wanna go walking again. During a live demonstration, a man wearing a bandana jumped up and spoke to the crowd. Nick Summons the set is real, said the man. After this, he pretty much got detained and got tossed into the loony bin. At least that's what I like to hope. The detained part, not so much the loony bin part. I highly doubt things went that far. So like per usual, we're gonna sleep in early and have some socialing stuff, but Friday is coming up soon. So if we're fast enough with the socialing business, then we might squeeze in our latest visit to Tartarus too.
I'm sorry to ask so suddenly, but can you come with me? There's something we need to discuss.
You want all of us, or just him?
Just him for now. Come with me to the student council room.
Isn't it kind of weird that she'd only want to talk to him?
Probably some big, important student council business. Ah.
Maybe so, but Senpai was acting a little weird. She had that look she gets when she's keeping some terrible secret.
You worry too much. Well, if the high muckety mucks don't need us, might as well go home.
Hey, wait a second, Junpei. According to the seating chart, if he's not here, you have to clean up for him. Have fun sweeping the hallway!
What? Where did that rule come from?
There's something you have to know. Do you remember the girl named Chidori, who was with Strega? I don't mean to alarm you, but the fact is, there's a chance that she may wake up today. I know what you're going to say, and yes, we did see her die in front of our eyes. However, her body began to undergo transmogrification a few days after the incident. For the past few weeks, she's been in a state that is neither living nor dead. Truthfully, I was hesitant to bring it up. I thought it would cause undue distress if we didn't know whether she would eventually live or die. But what I wanted to talk to you about is your opinion on how to break the news to Iori. You see, she's probably... Mitsuru here. I see. Yes, I understand. That was the hospital. They say she's just awakened. It's unbelievable, but although we had confirmed her death, it seems Chidori has come back to life. Iori?
Did I hear that right? Chidori is... Is this a joke? Some kind of trick?
No, it's not a joke or a trick. She is currently recovering in the same hospital as before. But, Iori, she probably...
Chidori? Chidori's alive?
Hey, Junpei, what about your cleanup duty? Jeez, what's gotten into him?
Well, I guess it's a moot point now. But perhaps it's best that he found out this way. I think I'll head to the hospital after this too. Could I ask you to come along?
Huh? Junpei? You took off that fast, and you still haven't gone inside?
Well, I mean, it's kinda...
We'll wait outside. It wouldn't be good for all of us to storm in.
I agree. Iori?
Huh?
Her damaged endocrine system and other internal organs have completely healed. She's still weak, but there's no more danger of her dying in 2 years.
Is it really you, Chidori? I'm not dreaming, am I?
Dreaming?
It's true. It is you. Chidori.
Who are you?
Huh? What?
I thought as much. Transmogrification is the proof that one lacks potential. I suspected that this might be the case.
This is Mitsuru-san and Junpei-kun. They were your friends last year.
Friends? My name is Chidori Yoshino. I'm sorry, it hasn't quite hit me yet, but it seems I don't remember any of the past few years. It's as if I was dreaming for a very long time.
Chidori. Yoshino.
It seems all of her memories after she awakened to her persona are gone. She remembers everything that happened before then, but as for you all...
Iori.
Nah, I think... it's better for her that she doesn't remember. All that stuff about fighting and pills. When you're having a nightmare, it ain't a bad thing to wake up.
I didn't say it was a nightmare. Don't put words in my mouth. It was a dream of meeting a kind, warm person at the end of a long tunnel. I can't remember it clearly, but I wanted him to be happy, and I think there were flowers. A room filled with them.
Chidori, take it easy. You don't have to force yourself to remember.
Flowers in a room. If she remembers that part clearly, then maybe... Do you remember when she'd use her power from time to time to make flowers bloom again? She'd always do it for the flowers in her room on the days when Junpei-kun would come. Any flower she touched would be mysteriously preserved. That's why I kept them all for research purposes. But after the autopsy, I put them all on her chest as a tribute. And thinking back on it, it may have been that night that she began to transmogrify.
The power to share one's life with others. Could it be that she reclaimed the life energy she'd given to those flowers?
Well, I can't prove any of it. But compared to how she was before, she's changed. The loss of her power is part of it, but more than that.
Excuse me, are you talking about me?
We were talking about how you want to live now.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Of course I want to live. I have to find the person in my dream someday. I can't lie in this bed forever.
Supposing you do find him and meet him, what then?
That's... That's none of your business.
Chidori.
Two hearts reunited. It's a miracle. No, it's a victory.
Chidori.
Hey, why are you crying?
I can't help it. This is seriously the happiest moment of my life.
And you thought Chidori was gone forever, did you? Well, it turns out that there was a way to save her, and this is only exclusive in the FES version. So if you remember some time ago when Junpei was feeling down, we cheered him up by giving him some words of encouragement that would make him go back to the hospital and visit Chidori. Well, these are known as revival flags. If you were to encourage Junpei to go back to the hospital and meet with Chidori some more after their little fight, then you would be able to save her in the long run. You would not be able to do this otherwise, as this was not in the original version of the game. So in FES, there is a chance to have a little bit of a happy ending for the Chidori storyline. It's kind of bittersweet though, because as a result of losing her persona, she lost all her memories with the Dark Hour, Tartarus, and all that stuff. So it's kind of bittersweet, but the fact is that Chidori is still alive. So that's good for something. Even I was sad to see Junpei depressed back then. I'm so glad for him. The Karicho Group will protect her with all the resources at its command. That's a promise. Sure, it's one promise Junpei will love to hear. Sorry. Every time I think about what happened today, I start to tear up. It was a beautiful thing, say that. Now Junpei has another reason not to lose the last battle. It's a wonderful thing that people care about one another. And I guess if you only knew the half of it. Junpei-san. Makoto, today is the best day of my entire life so far. Pretty sure Junpei left to his happiness right now. I think he deserves it. Today's Cantonese word is Holeen. Holeen means pitiful. Are we Holeen to be living in this kind of world? Well, that's all the news for this week. Well, at least it's all for this week. Now back to the news. Same difference, but you get what I mean. So now this little victory, I think it's time to go back to bed since apparently we used up the rest of our afternoon going back to the hospital. So we didn't have anything to do with social links. Gotta sleep earlier. It's also worth noting that Chidori is voiced by Mona Marshall. She's done a lot of stuff in anime and video games related, especially in anime video games. And I've talked about her before, but for those who don't know, Digimon is one of my favorite anime franchises. It was one of my favorite shows growing up, especially the first season. And it turned out that Mona Marshall voiced Izzy in the English version of the first season, so I was really ecstatic to hear that when I found out about her for the first time. And she also voices Chidori in this game. That's why I bring up Mona Marshall. Our career counseling is next week, right? Are you planning to go to a university, Yumi? Yep, I'm going to school overseas. Overseas? This is the first I've heard of it. I'm your boyfriend. You have to tell me this stuff. Well, surprise! Your girl's going overseas. Are you giving me the bad kind of boyfriend and neglect her from actually going for that opportunity? If I were you, I'd be the good kind of boyfriend and supporter on that. So since we were unable to do anything today, I think we will hang out with Agus today. After all, she is the only social link left that we still have to do a lot of progress on. Although we're seated next to one another, it still feels awkward when I meet you here. Are you free today? I wonder why she says that. Pretty sure I'll be free for today though, I guess. If you don't mind, could we walk home together? I want to be beside you, as you always do. I never get tired of your company, I guess. Now it's the afternoon. We get Miss Miyahara, the math teacher. It's been restless out there lately. Have you seen all those flyers at the station? But none of that stuff has any credibility. There's no certainty in what they say. That's right, it's a matter of probability. Hey, don't give me those looks. The end of the world? Let's discuss disrespect to probability. Leave it to Miss Miyahara to bring math in somehow when it correlates to real life events, as if just real life for these people in the game, not like real life as in real life. Nah, I'm gonna doze off, I don't care about this. I've heard enough about this whole end of the world thing to last me a lifetime. This also gets to maintain our great condition. Not that is already a problem to begin with. Alright, so on this half moon, with only 9 days away until the next full moon, we're gonna make good on our promise and hang out with Igus. And we find Yuli's owner again. You're Kiyoshi-san's grandmother, correct? Greetings. Hey, greetings is my thing, I guess. Don't steal that from me. Oh, you're those nice students from before. Hello. You have great timing. I was just thinking about seeing you two again. If you want the truth, Yuli has disappeared again. Again? That's not good. Yeah, at least we know where she is this time, or at least have an idea. No, that's alright. I believe that this time, Yuli went in search of something. In search of something? Yes, for a place to die. Wow, that's pretty dark. When cats perceive that their life is nearly over, they leave on their own to wait for the end. Why would they do that? That's just really sad. She even came by to say goodbye before she left. And so, I don't think I'll need you to find her anymore. I just want to thank you for letting us see each other one last time before the end. Mili-san died? Well, toodaloo! How can you say that after you just told us your cat passed away, even after all the effort we went through to find her? Yeah, I know you accepted her supposed death, but... Man, way to just brush us off like that. You're not alone. I'm certain of it. Well, of course I'm not alone. As long as there's people left in the world, no one can truly be alone. I'm fine as long as there's people like you around. Yes. Bless you, dear girl, for your kindness to an old lady. Toodaloo. Toodaloo again. Kiyoshi-san said that people live to be happy. Was Muley-san happy? Who could say, really? Was Muley-san grateful to have been born? I'm sure she was. If she didn't, she probably would have ran away from her owner a long time ago. For what purpose was Muley-san born? No one can say for that, though. Life. Where does it originate? Where does it go? What reason does life have to exist? To live is to be connected to people, but eventually life ends. Parting seems to be a natural and inevitable aspect of life. An unavoidable end. Life is cruel. Welcome to the real world, I guess. Unfortunately, that's how some of the things work. I wonder, will the day come when I must part with you forever too? Let's not think about that right now, I guess. I do want to live, but that's not all. That is to say, I don't want to merely become close to human. I want to... with you. What is this feeling? What do I want to do? Since I get his feelings for you. I'm not really sure what I guess must be thinking right now. Maybe she's become really attached to us to the point where there's love involved? I don't really know. It can't be it. She hasn't shown any big signs of affection to us like we have with the rest of the girls. Maybe this is always something she could figure out. I'm sorry for getting upset so suddenly. I'll be heading back. Poor, I guess. Just when you thought that she had everything cleared up, there's more things that she's still trying to figure out.
Sup, dude?
We'll see now, I guess. As an anti-shadow weapon, I did what I was ordered to do. My future was decided for me. So choosing my own future will be a new experience for me. But I will do my best. At least she's got that kind of spirit in her. I've heard that one's upbringing determines how they develop socially. Something as trivial as whether one's parents are strict or lenient will affect how that person learns to relate to others. It's a very complex issue indeed. You have your career counselor next week, huh? Well, I can only give you one piece of advice. Start worrying now. Oh man. That just sounds like your life's gonna be doomed at any moment, so you might as well start worrying now. You'll be having your future consultation soon. Have you given it any consideration? I didn't even know I was coming up until like a couple days ago. I can only think of Nyx. While I admire your determination, after we defeat Nyx, our lives will continue on. So I recommend that you make thinking your future more of a priority. And it's true. Good. Speak with confidence when you meet with your teacher. Fuka, what do you have to say to us? Before we go to Tartarus, I've decided to go to college. It wasn't a difficult decision to make. I mean, I couldn't think of anything else I want to do besides study. Spoken like a real nerd, Fuka. I only wish I had your kind of drive to study that much. Do you think I can really say that I decided my future? I don't know, is that what you really want to do? Free will is never bound by anything, or a will that's forced to be silent. There's no end to this once it begins. Okay, what happens when we select the other options? Well, it's fine for now, but I just can't go to school forever. I need to have a broader outlook for my future. Maybe you haven't found it yet. And for the last option, I just have a broader outlook on my future. Okay, that's the same thing. It's like half the dialogue from the last option. Junpei, I don't think I spoke to you yet. Dude, career counseling. Why do we have to do this crap right before a battle? Damn it, I've got too much on my mind. You think I could just skip it? No. I think you really need to take this seriously, Junpei. Just think of this as like one of those battles in Tartarus. Put your focus towards that, if you can. Girls on the mood to walk today. The timing for this couldn't be worse. Why do they have to talk to us about what we want to do in the future now? What about you, Makoto-kun? Have you decided what you're gonna do? Well, have you first? Yeah, I've pretty much made up my mind. I wonder what she's got in store, or what she has for her future lined up. Oh, then it should be a breeze for you. Very curious about all these branching options we have. Hope you're not thinking about it when you're in a battle. That's the last thing I'm thinking of when I'm in a fight, Yukari. You should know that. Entrance exams are looming for the city's student population. However, with the cultists around, please be careful. I will be careful indeed, Miss Newscaster, or Miss Newscaster, whoever was speaking. So I'm gonna save really quick before I go speak to Fuka one more time. Alright, Fuka. Everyone has been anxious to do this for a while, so let's go back to Tartarus. We still got a little more of a Dama to take care of, and let's get this done as soon as possible. Besides, I'll get you all to shut up about it for a little while, then that'll make me content. Unfortunately, I think that's all we're gonna do for today. I know we didn't accomplish that much, but that cutscene with Chidori being alive after all, that went on a lot longer than I thought it would. So I think it's best if we just leave the Tartarus stuff for next time. I don't want this to get too long. I made that mistake in the past, even though I didn't really want to do that. But I want to make sure that we can separate all the Social League stuff from all the Tartarus stuff. So, with that being said, next time, we're gonna go back into Adama and proceed even further through the block as we make our way to the Last Guardian. Until we meet again, farewell for now.
Once again, I'm back in the lab, cleaning my knives, ready for stabs. I never committed a crime I had to. Out of necessity, I don't couple. I plead guilty to Lord in the chapel. Forgiveness given cause I don't look for trouble. Instead finds me, and what I do is fight back. Never look back the past cause it hurts to think back. I pray to God cause I feel paranoid today.